So I had been on a bit of an arc lull, just kind of waiting for the new map to come out. I'd completed the season pass on New World and was waiting for the new one. And so I thought I'll just play Pal World for a bit. And after the official server I was playing on had gone down for like the 5th time that day, I was starting to lose it. I'd had enough. And that's when I spotted this curiosity at the bottom of my Xbox home screen. Now from first appearances it looked to say Palia. So I kind of thought, oh, this is just going to be like a Pal World knockoff or something like that. But it was free, so I downloaded it and thought I'll just give it a go. And I'll be honest with you, since starting playing this, I've only been logging onto Ark to render our bases at the weekends. I've not bought the next season pass for New World, and Pal World, well, I haven't even thought about that, to be honest with you, because this game has had me hooked. So here it is. Some call it Palia. I call it Palia because, like I said, I was playing Pal World just before I played it, and I read it as Palia. And today we're going to talk about the most cozy cottagecore crafting MMO ever that I just can't get enough of. It's hard to know where to start with this game because there is so much to it. It's a very well thought out game. So why don't we start at the beginning? Character creation. It's kind of a stylized game, so it's got like that Fortnite-y kind of look to it. But obviously you get to customize your character, and the character customization is exquisite. Look at all the cool hairstyles you can have. And now I know that the Tales of the Shire has just recently released, and it did pique my interest a bit. But then when I realised, like, I watched Asmongold making his character, and it had like a little pot belly, and that was like the slimmest you could make it and stuff, and it had like hairy feet that you can't remove. I just don't feel like I would enjoy playing as a hobbit. And let's face it, a hobbit ain't gonna pull off this outfit, is it? This is a paid for outfit I'm wearing, by the way. I spent money within the first couple weeks of playing this game because I just enjoyed it so much. And with it being free, I thought, well, how much would I have paid for a game that gives me this much enjoyment? So I put some money back in by buying the starter pack from the store and getting this cute little outfit. So you can go through and check out all the different outfits that are available. So you can change each different item of clothing, so like your headwear, your top, your trousers, and mix and match different things, whilst also having different colour options for each outfit as well. Just amazing. And the cool thing about this is as well, even though it is a free-to-play MMO, you can interact with your wardrobe at your plot at any time and change your appearance, which is crazy, especially after playing New World, where you have to pay real money to be able to change your appearance. And if you want to be able to unlock any of the outfits as transmog, you need to buy transmog tokens. So this was a breath of fresh air for me, just being able to do it whenever I wanted for free. So yeah, proper cute characters, amazing customization, I love it. So very early on in Palia, you'll be given a housing plot, which is a place where you can build your home. And as you progress through the game, you'll unlock further plots. So this is one of my empty plots. And this is my current plot. Now the first house you'll start off with, you'll be given this harvest house, the one I've got in the middle here. And then as you progress like your furniture making and different quests, you'll be given extra housing bits that you can attach to it. These bits up and down the side with the padlock on, those are extra areas of land that you can also unlock by buying writs, so you can have extra land to expand. And then any further buildings you can purchase by saving up in-game gold. It's really cool. So you don't get to actually build your main base or house, as it were, but you do get to decorate it. So the houses are things that have been sort of given, they're ready-made sort of houses, but then everything else is decor, which you can either make, and most of it is makeable. If that's the right thing to say, makeable. You know what I mean. Craftable. Most of it is craftable. And then there's some special items that you can only buy from a certain area, which we're going to go into a bit later in the video. But I am obsessed with the decorating in this game because it's like a cottagecore cozy version of Fallout 76. And in Fallout 76, I liked having these like really cluttered camps that were full of junk that you can collect in the game. And so in this, you can kind of do the same thing, but it's all sort of like really nice, pretty, vibrant stuff. And it's really exciting. I'm trying to collect like as much furniture and as much decor as I can, plants and things, you know? And how you learn the furniture is really cool as well. So you'll go to the furniture shop in the main town and you'll speak to the lady there, Tish, and you just buy like one item from each range. I've already got some industrial pieces, but for an example for the video, I'm going to get this industrial nightstand. And then when we go to the workbench and we craft this, it'll then come up with an option for us to learn another item from that range. So you just keep on crafting items from that range until you learn them all. It's absolutely brilliant. So now obviously, if you're going to be making all of this furniture and stuff, then you're going to need some materials to make them with. And that's where the hunting and gathering comes in. And again, there are so many activities that you can do to get these materials. So you'll have a pick that you can go mining with for stone and ores and things, and you'll have a chance sometimes of getting like a special item. And it's the same with hunting. So you'll hunt animals for the meat and the hide, and you'll also sometimes get some special items in there as well, like antlers if you're hunting the deer. There's also forageable items on the ground, mushrooms, flowers, things like that you'll need for sort of cooking recipes and things. We'll go into cooking a little bit later as well. And then you'll have your axe to knock down trees because we need a lot of wood when we're making furniture. And these tools can be upgraded, so you'll start off with a stone one, and then you progress through copper and then steel, and then onto the high-end stuff. So this footage is kind of old. I now own a full set of exquisite tools. Thank you. I know, yeah, I've spent too much time on this game. I've not even been playing that long, but I've been like getting up extra early if I need to go out so that I can log in and do a few bits before I go anywhere. The addiction is real, like, you know, just be prepared that you might get hooked. Speaking of getting hooked, there's also fishing, which is actually a really fun activity in the game as well. And with each of these activities, there's a chance to get a rare drop of a plushie. And I was able to get a fish plushie while fishing on my home plot as well. And then you can display these plushies around your house. There is bug hunting in this game as well, and people will team up. One person will put down a lure. When you team up, if you're nearby the person who has caught that bug or knocked that tree or shot that deer, you will also get the loot dropped from it. So we teamed up to do this bug hunt so that if someone got a plushie, we would all get the plushie. Do you know what? It is so much fun teaming up with a group of people in this game, and the game makes it so easy for you to be able to interact with people as well. It's really lovely. And if you get a surplus of items whilst you're hunting and gathering, you can come over to the general store in the middle of town as well, open the cash register, and then you can sell off the surplus items that you don't need. Obviously, you've got to be a bit careful doing this because I've done this a couple of times and then villagers have asked for them as like a quest item or a friendship item. So I like to keep a couple of extra stock in my box at home just to make sure that I have enough, you know? Speaking of selling stuff, this isn't the only way that you can sell things either. You can actually sell them from your home plot. There is a sales bin on your land, and you can go into there and put all the items you don't want or you want to sell, make gold from, into there. And twice each in-game day, these will be emptied and you will get your gold. So that makes it handy if you're doing stuff around base, you're building, you're decorating, and you don't want to sort of leave the plot for a while. Just pop them in your bin and wait for that sweet, sweet cash to come rolling in. And as you could see there, I made most of my gold from selling tomato seeds. So gardening is a huge thing in this game, and I really love it. It's another aspect of the game that I think is fantastic. So you get these dirt tiles where you can put your crops, and there's so many different crops. You got your rice, your wheat, your tomatoes, carrots, all your veg. But I've been doing a lot of tomatoes because it turns out that if you put a load of tomatoes in the seed maker, the seeds have a lot of value. And the crops have like different abilities. So when you put them next to another crop, some of them will keep others hydrated. Some of them will make it so that you get more of a harvest from each one, so you don't have to use fertilizer. It's quite in depth, to be honest. But right now I'm doing tomatoes and potatoes because they both keep each other hydrated. And the potatoes, once you've pickled them in the pickle jar, the preserving jar, they seem to make quite a bit. And then, like I said, the tomatoes in the seed maker make a lot of money too. And then because they're keeping each other hydrated, I don't have to water them each day. So it's kind of a lazy way of going about it, but it's working. It's given me all my money that I've needed to upgrade my storage boxes. Because right now in the video, I'm using the iron storage, but I have since been able to upgrade to the pallium stuff, which is like 100 grand for the upgrade. So it's kind of grindy, but with turning tomatoes into seeds, I've been able to do it. So yeah, gardening, another fun and beneficial activity in the game. You can even like plant cotton seeds, get cotton, and then once you've harvested that, you can turn that into fabric, which you can use to make your furniture and stuff. It's just so good. So there is a storyline running through the game as well, which is really good. And I don't want to spoil that here, so I won't talk too much about that. but there is a lot of interacting with different NPCs as part of different quests as well. So some of them are merchants as well as quest givers, but you can become friends with each and every one of them, and each one of them will have different friendship levels. And as you unlock those friendship levels, you'll get like keys to their room where there might be special recipes hidden inside, things like that. And then there is also the romance option, if that's your thing. You'll also get rewards from increasing friendship levels with the NPCs. And they'll also want gifts from you as well. So that's why I keep a lot of extra stuff in my storage box, because you want to increase their friendship level, and giving gifts to them is apparently one of the ways that you get to do that. So if you give them stuff, they like you. But each one has got their own story. And after a little while of playing, you'll start to know what kind of gifts they want, because if you give them something that they don't want, they will outright just tell you, no, I'm not taking that, I don't want it, it's rubbish. But yeah, you do get to know the characters and their stories and their likes. It's dead weird, but it is fantastically done. It's not fully voice acted. They'll like say one line when you first go to talk to them, and then the rest is in text, which you have to read. But I don't mind too much about that, to be honest. So that is the NPCs. And a lot of those are around the main village that I've been showing in the video, which is Kilima Village, or Kilima, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. And this area is sort of the first area that you encounter, but it is not the only area. This area you can get sort of the lower level materials, so like the lower tier of wood and ore and rarity of creatures. And then the next area you'll encounter would be Bahari Bay, where you'll get sort of the next level of harvestable materials. So instead of copper, you'll get your iron here, and then you'll get a higher tier of wood from certain trees. And there's also different types of bugs and different types of fish, along with various other gatherable items. And then the most recent area that they added is the Elder Woods, and it's like some sort of aberrant wonderland. It is a really beautiful area, and here is where you harvest sort of the higher tier of materials. And in the previous two areas, like in Kilima, you'll get the odd silver node, in Bahari you'll get the odd gold node, and here in the Elder Woods you'll get the odd platinum node, which is really hard to come by. And the community is so lovely that they actually call out in chat if they find a platinum node or a gold node or a silver node, and they'll call out the area where it is so that everybody gets a chance to come by and harvest it. It's just such a I cannot state how lovely this community is. Actually, I think we should probably chat about that a bit more, because playing in a community like this has made me a lot more willing to get involved. I've played other games. It was kind of the same on New World as well, but the community in this game is a lot kinder. There's not really any trolling or anything. Whereas in Ark, I don't tend to interact much. I leave that to the Dino Lord, and then I just kind of go along to whatever he's set up, because there's been some incidents on that game where the chat can get kind of toxic. Like, don't get me wrong, we have met some lovely people on Ark, and we've met some probably lifelong friends, I'd say. But the community does have its shits. And then on New World, you do get some people that, you know, can get a little rude, but it's not as often as it is on Ark. And then on this game, I haven't really encountered any undesirables as of yet. It's all been really friendly and lovely. Like, someone turned up at my plot earlier and my garden needed watering. They just started watering my plants for me. It was just so wholesome. And the creators of this game have done a lot to encourage group play. So like in each of the 3 areas that I just spoke about, there are events that take place each in-game day. So for instance, in the Elder Woods where I am now, they have like this pixie blossom bounce at night times where you have to like bounce between the trees and collect these different seeds, and there's always loads of people taking part. I didn't get any footage of that for some reason, but in Bahari Bay at midnight, there's a grove that will spawn. So there's these special trees called flow trees, and it's quite a rare material you get from them. But every night, players will find it in the area, call it out to everyone else, wait until about 3 a.m. to make sure everybody's turned up, and then we all chop the trees together. And they've just introduced one in Kilima, which is the Botanical Bliss, and I'm not sure with this one if it is a permanent fixture like the other 2 or if this is like a seasonal thing, but it's where seeds will spawn and everyone comes together and waters them, and then you're able to harvest them and you get special rewards from it, like decorative items, recipes, nameplates. Those are the colourful things that go over your name in the game and make it look really fancy. I'm trying to collect as many as I can at the moment. But it's hard to decide which event you want to go to, because there's also the black market, which I spoke briefly about earlier and I said we would come back to. This is the place that sells the rare furniture items, and it's only open at certain times during the night. As well as selling rare furniture items, there's this area with these what look to be like casino tables. And it's not gambling because you don't have to put anything up front. I was a bit cautious at first because I thought, well, what's going on here? But you don't have to put any gold in or anything. You just play this game with a group of other people, and it's called Hot Pot, which is like a card matching game. And you can earn quite a bit of gold. This is where I started out trying to earn gold, but you also get spin the wheel coins as well after every round. If you win a round, you get 2 spin the wheel coins, and then you can take them to the wheel and use them to spin it. And there's an etiquette. Okay, this is crazy to me, but there's an etiquette at the wheel even, where you will queue up and wait your turn. And if someone gets caught sort of not queuing up, they'll get told, you know, get in line please and wait your turn. And you get a variation of different rewards from these wheels, like ingredients, gold, fireworks, and some special rewards too. So there's a couple of rare things on there as well. And some people want these coins more than the money, so you'll find spam tables, which I've found myself taking part in quite a lot, where you just spam through really quickly so that the round ends as soon as possible and you get your coin and you just keep going through the whole night until the underground market shuts down. And it's just another fun thing that they've added in there, so you're just spoiled for choice as to what to do in the game with all these events going on, as well as wanting to farm and make stuff and decorate your plot as well. And then once a month, you've got the Magi Market that comes in, which again is another thing where you can get together with people and participate in various group activities. And I've actually made a lot of friends from doing this as well. And some of them pop and visit my plot now and again and things. It's just lovely. Like, I cannot state enough how nice this game is. You can see why it's so addictive. Oh my god, there's something I've forgotten to mention, and that's cooking. So yeah, you know, I told you you're getting all these meat and stuff for recipes. Well, you use them for cooking. And you earn different recipes as you go through the game. You can purchase different recipes with some of the gold that you've earned. And cooking's quite fun. Strangely enough though, in most games, cooking and fishing is like my thing. The Dino Lord kind of does like hunting and stuff. But because he's not playing this with me, I've been doing it all. And the thing is, I've not done as much fishing and cooking as I have all the other things. And it's really bizarre. So yeah, I'm finding myself enjoying different aspects of this game that I wouldn't usually in other games. But the cooking is something that I'm hoping to get a bit better at and maybe take part in some events. People group together and they cook things together because some of these recipes are quite difficult to make. And you need multiple of each sort of cooking station in order to be able to do them. I've heard rumours of like 8-hour cake parties. Like, that sounds insane. I'm not sure I could do it for that long, but I definitely want to take part in one. So hopefully one day soon I'll be able to take part in something like that. Because it does sound really fun, and I've heard you can make so much gold from selling the cakes from the cake parties as well, so yeah, I want to get involved in that. So the crazy thing about Palia, and the fact that I'm so addicted to it, is that there's no death, there's no fall damage, there's no stamina, because the bar that's on the top of the screen is not a health bar, it's actually your food bar. So if your food bar is full, it's a focus bar it's called, but it's when you eat it fills up. And if that is full, you gain more XP from doing the various tasks. So yeah, no health bar. And there's no bosses. And it didn't even occur to me until like I was a few weeks in and the Dino Lord goes to me, so doesn't look like there's any bosses in that game. And I was like, no, there isn't. Which is it's just crazy because like I love games like Dark Souls where one of the main fun things to do is to fight bosses, but there's no sort of melee combat or anything like that in it, so it's really confusing that I enjoy it. But having said that, I also enjoyed Hoko Life. So I think the gathering, crafting, refining thing is what does it for me. I don't know, but I'm just completely hooked on it. I don't know if I mentioned refining. So the raw materials that you get, you put them into crafting stations to refine them into other things before you can turn them into furniture. And that's just another aspect of the game that I really, really love. And I've probably been banging on about this game for far too long now, but I really wanted to share my thoughts on it because it's something that I've been playing non-stop and I'm probably going to continue to play for a long time. So let me know if you've played Palia and what did you think of it, or if maybe you're thinking of giving it a go. It's definitely worth it. Like I said, it's a free game and I did put some money back into it because the game is worth money to me. I would have paid for it, you know? Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, maybe give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're not already. I'm thinking of maybe doing some Palia guides. I guess we'll see. Let me know if you'd like to see that. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and take care.
Get the bell on.